We are starting today's flow on our backs in constructive rest pose. Feet are planted on the floor and parallel to one another. Your arms can be by your sides with your palms up. You can place one hand on your chest and the other hand on your belly, or you can just bring both of your hands to rest onto your lower belly. Whatever position you choose for your arms, allow your body to sink and settle into your mat. Really feel the ground supporting the entire weight of your body. Begin to walk the feet away from the body until your legs are straight out in front of you. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms away from you, and slowly bring them overhead for a full body stretch. Plant your feet back into the ground. Gently roll over to the right side of your body, and using the help of your left hand, come up into a seated cross-legged position. Pausing here for a second to bring our awareness to our breath, and setting our intention to be present for the rest of the practice. Knowing that you deserve to have the next few minutes to yourself, and if any thoughts or worries come up, you are capable of bringing your awareness back to your breath. When you're ready, slowly walk the hands forward and uncross the legs, coming into an all-fours position. Shoulders should be stacked directly on top of the wrists, and hips should be stacked directly on top of the knees. Coming into cow pose, inhale, lift the tailbone and the head, drop the belly, and slide the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, cat pose, tuck the tailbone, drop the head, and bring your abdominal muscles towards the spine. Inhale, coming back into cow pose. And exhale, dropping the head and the tailbone and coming into cat pose. Breathe in, drop the belly towards the floor, cow pose. And breathe out, cat pose. Bring the spine back into a neutral position. We're going to tilt the pelvis very slightly forward in the same direction as if we were going back into cow pose. Tuck the toes under and send the hips up towards the ceiling, coming into downward dog. You should still feel your pelvis slightly tilted forward. If you feel your lower back start to round, take a bend in the knees until you're able to make a slight forward tilt in the pelvis. And you can begin to pedal at the feet here. And once you begin to feel more warmed up, you can slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat, coming into standing forward fold. You want your pelvis to be tilted forward the same way it was in downward facing dog. If you feel the lower back start to round, just take a bend in the knees until you're able to tilt your pelvis forward. Relax the head and the neck, and pull the shoulders away from the ears. Staying here for a few breaths, you can clasp opposite elbows and let the upper body sway from side to side. Or you can grab a hold of your calves and bring your upper body closer to your legs. Release your hands back towards the floor and slowly roll up, coming into Tadasana or mountain pose. Arms should be by the sides of the body, palms facing forward. Feel grounded through the feet and lengthen through the spine, the neck, and the top of the head. Inhale, reach the hands up, palms together. Exhale, bring the hands to your chest, closing the eyes, prayer pose. Inhale here. And exhale, slowly opening the eyes, bringing the arms down to mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms together, this time back bending here if you'd like. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, reaching the arms up towards the sky, palms together. And exhale, prayer pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, slowly opening the eyes, bringing the arms down to Tadasana. Inhale, reaching the arms up, palms together, back bending here if you'd like. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, palms together, and exhale, prayer pose. Inhale here, and exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise up, palms together, back bending here if you'd like, and exhale, forward folding. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, this time planting both palms down into the mat, stepping back with that right foot, low lunge. Inhale, lengthen onto the fingertips, and exhale, stepping back with that left foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, and exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra, and exhale, slowly lowering down, then pushing back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right knee into the chest and plant the foot on the floor in between both hands. Lower down the left knee, untuck the left toes, and come up into crescent lunge pose. Make sure that knee isn't going past the ankle. And for your hands, you can clasp them together and push them against your thigh. Or if you're feeling stable, you can bring your arms up towards the ceiling parallel to one another. Each time you inhale, feel yourself lengthening through the spine and through your fingertips. And each time you exhale, feel yourself getting a little bit deeper into the pose. Place the palms of your hands back down onto your mat, framing your front foot. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee up, and step back into downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, shifting forward into high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. And inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower the body down. And push back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, take that left knee into the chest, plant it down between both hands. Lower the right knee, untuck the right toes, and come up into crescent lunge. Taking the same arm variation you had on the right side, lengthening on each inhale, and getting deeper into the pose on each exhale. Lower the hands down, framing the front foot. Tuck the toes under, lift the right knee up, step back with that left foot, downward facing dog. On the next exhale, step up with the right foot. Inhale, lengthen onto the fingertips. Exhale, stepping that left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, reaching towards the ceiling, palms together. And exhale, prayer pose. Inhale here, and exhale, lower the arms down, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise up, palms together, back bending here if you'd like, and exhale, forward folding. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting both palms down and stepping back with the left foot this time. Inhale, lengthen onto the fingertips. And exhale, stepping back with that right foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right knee into the chest, plant that foot between both hands. Feel grounded in both feet and rise up to high lunge. Both arms should be parallel to one another, palms facing inwards. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to square off our hips by taking a slight bend in our back leg and shifting our right hip slightly back and our left hip slightly forward. Once your hips are squared, re-straighten that back leg while keeping your hips in the same position. Lengthen on each inhale, and get slightly deeper into the pose on each exhale. Pivot your back foot out 90 degrees. Extend your arms out towards each side, palms facing down. Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg and feel your weight equally distributed in both feet. Bend that front leg again while keeping the outside of your back foot still pressed down into your mat. Gazing at the front fingertips and lengthening through the fingertips during each inhale, and getting a little bit deeper into the pose during each exhale. Cartwheel the arms down, framing the front foot. Step back with that right foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, bring that left knee into your chest, plant it between both hands, ground through your feet, and rise up for high lunge. Squaring off our hips by taking a bend in the back leg, bringing that right hip forward and the left hip slightly back, and then re-straightening the back leg. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears, and remembering to breathe here. Pivot that back foot out 90 degrees. Arms come out towards your sides, Warrior 2. Again, straightening the front leg on the side, feeling your weight equally distributed between both feet, and then bending that front leg again, keeping the outside of your right foot pressing into the mat. Bringing the awareness back to the breath and into the present moment. Cartwheeling the arms down, framing that front foot, stepping back with that left foot, downward facing dog. Now this is the last downward dog of the practice. Try to get a little bit deeper into the pose than you were before. Maybe you can bring the heels a bit closer to the ground, or maybe you can straighten out the knees a tiny bit. Slowly lower the knees towards the mat, untuck the toes, and sit back onto the heels for child's pose. Gently begin to walk the hands over to the left side of the body. You can place the right hand on top of the left, feeling a stretch down the right side of your body. Begin to walk your hands through center and over to the right side of your body. This time, placing your left hand on top of your right, feeling the stretch on the left side of your body. And walking the hands back to center, see if you can get a little bit deeper into this child's pose. Slowly walk the hands in towards the body, and come onto your backs, meeting in constructive rest pose, just like we started the class. Feet are planted on the ground, parallel to one another. Your hands can be in the same variation you took in the beginning of class. And just notice how you feel now compared to the beginning of class in our first constructive rest pose. Maybe you're able to settle easier into your mat this time. Maybe you're able to breathe deeper. And just staying here for a few breaths. You can bring your knees to your chest and hug them in. Then slowly release your legs straight out in front of you and release your arms down to the floor, palms up, preparing for Savasana, making whatever adjustments you need and just letting any thought that comes up pass by without judgment. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath, and you can bring some movement back into the toes, the fingers. Take the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Plant both feet onto the ground and roll over onto the right side of your body. With the help of your left hand, push up into a seated position. Thank yourself for setting some time aside today to do this flow, And I thank you for letting me guide you in your practice today. Namaste.